Okay, everyone. Babylon here. Today's mission is Payday. We are going to hunt for exotics. Uh,
You
I
know,
did
that's like
lose
they're invincible,
episode
but they
27.
need a hand on the
I don't know what
surface.
happened to it. I mean, I've saved
And
all the
right
videos and
now,
everything, and then
we
turned
want
around. For some reason,
exotics.
only episode
Think you're
28
ready to
got
go hunting
saved,
for
and
real?
that footage, the
You'll need
original footage, has
equipment
already
for
been
this one, so check your mission brief.
unfortunately deleted.
It's your call.
So we're stuck here with Payday. It's just looking for exotics. This is going to be the actual first time I used the radar system,
Uniao only
and
care about one thing:
to do that
power.
and learn it real quick,
But
animals will
at least they're
attack.
consistent.
So, with that being said,
Especially where
we're going to have
exotics
some
are
fun with it.
involved. I
Now,
don't know if it's
according to the
researchers or some damn bot
to the
telling them
quest, you
there's
have to build
exotics
the
in the region.
radar and the
But either
extractor.
way, you're
And
the
I
one
just
who's
went
got
ahead
to
and
track them
started it
down.
using the ones out of the
So
workshop.
find a spot,
I don't know if the
set a
radar's like
radar up,
better or
and go
something,
from there. Extractor
but
will
it did a
come
good
in
job. I
handy
mean, I had
too, if you
scanned
manage
several
to find
times before
something.
I pinpointed where it
Good
was
luck
at.
out there.
Usually, when I find the exotics, it's just from running around and like I used. Well, originally, what I would do is carry some beacons with me in case I did come across one. I could put it down, and then when I find a couple that were close together, then I'll just use four extractors altogether. But like I said, this is the first time I'm using the actual uh, radar. But to locate it, and I can get all these animals all set up and everything ready to defend and everything. But we had a. It's not that difficult. Did have some issue though. Not with with the quest itself, but with the animals. And I wind up later after this. I built a little barn because I went ahead and got a bull and a cow, and a rooster and a chicken. And that's for a later time there to explain about that. But anyways, we had to do this here. It's not that very difficult. It shows you which direction you can go, which would be the closest one to you will be a narrow band on the radar, but on the scanned area. And you'll see here later on too that you have to be outside of that circle completely in order to use it the second time to help try to pinpoint. I didn't realize that. I thought I just went across the river and did it, and it'd be okay. But it come to find out, as you can see there, you got a broader one that comes up behind me, and then you got one that's up front is a little bit more narrower, so that's where he went up that side there anyway to get the exotic done. Now originally this video and the other one I was going to actually kind of splice together, but unfortunately I lost Meridian. I believe it was Meridian. Yeah, Meridian. But it wasn't too difficult or anything. It went pretty easy and simple for me. But at the end of the day, I mean it's uh, it's unfortunate though, because I put a lot of work into the editing part of it. But I'll get over that. As you can see here, later I'll show you how I have the base set up. But I'm not going to go any too fancy with it. I do know what eventually I will put down when we start going into the great hunts and stuff like that. I will put down a big mansion house so I can get all the trophies and everything. All of them rounded up like that. That just irritates me when they do that. You can't get out and move or anything, and then turn around. See, I finally got out of it. But that's when I realized. Here in a minute, I'll be looking up and I'll see that did not change on that deal. That's when I went back and crafted the radar and stuff for it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I guess you have to do that to make the two pieces for it to clear off that next section. But I think I already scanned that out of it, I think. But anyways, we'll get on with this here, and we'll get up here in a minute. When I just, like I said, I found out you can't do it a certain way. You had to move to the other side, and get a little bit further away from the previous scan. But yeah, it'll be all right. Just waiting on all the animals. there was a couple of times there I got quite a few animals. Actually, I think it's on this one here. I got a lot of animals come in on me, trying to eat my lunch there, or have me for lunch anyway. But yeah, I think it's right here where I came up and wound up placing third. I cut that other one out. But now this is where I realize you can't put it down there. But you know, and come to think of it, I don't know why I kept putting that up. But this is the radar out of the workshop. I don't know if it's faster or what, but it works. Too close. See? Too close to the previous scan. So I went ahead and went on the other side of it over there. I think as long as you stay in that where that bandwidth is at, you get a narrower band on the next one, then a narrower one, and then of course, you know, if you overshoot, it'll show you back which way you got to go. But here I just went around and set up again to get it started. I don't know what it's been here lately, man. I must finally got past that illness, whatever the heck I had going on with my throat. But here lately, though, it seems like I've been extremely thirsty all the time. But yeah, I'm just sitting there waiting on the animals to go up and do all the fighting, leave me out of it. Now this is going to be a short video. I think it's like 18 minutes or something, or 17 minutes and 32 seconds anyway. But it's pretty self-explanatory. You get to see this each scan where I set it up instead of showing you all the full ride over and stuff, because it was pretty real uneventful. Put it that way to you. But here in a minute, I'll stop and put that thing up. But it doesn't seem like the scans take that long. It's just getting the distance away from the previous one, ensuring that you get away from it. But, yeah, like I finally got to do something else I didn't do in the game yet. After all this, after 500 hours, you know, you figured you'd have done everything by then, but just to show you how much I just love messing around with this game, just trying different stuff. Now I'm just waiting for all the animals to get there so we can get started. I think it was just after this, I used the thumper to get it to set up the iridium mine, or obsidian mine, yeah, deep mine. Said it had 3 in the area, but only went and got 1. I don't think I need that many of them. Yeah, I think I'm about ready here to start that now, since here to get my gun loaded. I don't know what it has been here these last few videos. I keep forgetting to reload my gun. Oof. Good thing I got some good armor on. You set him to aggressive, so that way he'll get some more XP. And man, I tell you what, I started using him for riding, and man, you get around quick with him. Oh, especially when you get all his stamina stuff built up. And I shot my own dog up there. He was stuck on that side of him. Luckily enough, it didn't do too much damage to him. You see, you can sit here and tell these scans don't take that long. It's just pretty rapid, but they will get some animals coming in on you though. As you can see there, now it's still showing it's a distance away from me, but it's not near as wide as it was on that first one. So you got to get quite a bit away from it in order to get to it. But now that's the second time, and here comes the third time. I think a total of 4 times I scanned, I think, uh, to figure out where it was at. The most of the time was spent was to finding that the deal was simply to travel to get there. You know, that was the wild part of it. But then of course you know that you had to spend quite a bit of time waiting to get all the exotics out. And I think I wound up with, I think it was like 200 and something. So it's not a bad thing. It's just time consuming finding them. Great. It'd be better if you can find a couple of them together like I did that first time when I first started. You know, I found those two that were not too far apart. That was worthwhile. But and I still got those extractors too. Now watch this here. Watch these fools just let that one hand go right past me. And just come up and smack me one. But yeah, I'm just checking all their health and stuff. There they go, still going after and getting it, and then it's already done again. You know, that's nuts. Yeah, I figured it would take longer to do the scans, but you see how much more narrow it is pointing in that direction. Then I went over to that point there and I had to come back. I think I had to come back to it. But yeah, it don't take long to do the scan. See, I spent more time. And of course, you know, I don't know what happened there. I just crossed the river and walked right into the middle of the storm that was coming to an end. So I have no clue what was going on there. But it happens, I guess. But that was like the first time that it happened during a mission. I've had ridden into storms from leaving one area to another, but to have a storm taking place in the same area that you're in that hasn't started from the very beginning, that was weird. I mean, that's the first time I ever had that happen. And, can't hit the broadside of a barn. Yeah, it just kind of like ignored that hyena, you know. I don't know what the deal was with that. See, yeah, we had to come back and how narrow it is. You can see it right there. And at that point, it does give you a marker on the map to go to. But now, see, I would never thought about looking up there for that, just running around the base, or you know, running around the map. But you had to go up on that little ledge right there. But like I said, I mean, it was fun. It was, you know, got me some exotics. I mean, this is what it's all about anyway, just getting your exotics and moving on. I think they said that getting the exotics in sticks is different, or is it Prometheus is different, where you gotta have something hooked onto like a tree or something. But we'll find that out here soon enough. You know, this buffalo really ain't got no fight in this. As I had to move off of that for a while. I'm waiting for all these hombres to get up here. And we'll go up and we'll set everything up and we'll go. Now I'm not going to sit there and show you all the stuff I did, you know, while I was waiting for that stuff to be done. I didn't go too far away from it. I stayed close to it. Probably close enough to see an animal marker on it. In the rough area where it was at, but it was uneventful. I mean, nothing really took place other than the machine working. We had a few animals down below that came in, and then of course, you know, yeah, I'm having issues. You're supposed to set 2 of them on there, but I don't know why it was set up on the back side of it, but like that right there. By the way, it worked. See them here in a minute, get started them up. I've already used them once on that one. We just came across over by the base. Well, I'll go back over and check that after this because they had that new storm come in, but it looked like it was all in the South Arctic and forest zone when that meteor shower came in after this. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of stuff going on. This is when I went out and started going out and doing some stuff. But yeah, we'll fast forward and get to the end of it there and get the collection going. Boom. And we're back and they're all done. So all I have to do is pick everything up. I did stick around and didn't let them get full. I was afraid if it didn't stick around, it was going to fill up on me and then turn around and stop and then take a chance of losing it. Because I think there's a certain time period to get the stuff once you put the extractors down. And then it winds up resetting that. I guess it's that night or the following day. You'll get a meteor shower or something like that. I forget how long it takes. In fact, I ought to look that up just in case I'm just missing stuff. I said, yeah, it's just a little over 200, about 250. I think one, and I think that there's two of them that's in there that's got 120 in it each, and then I had that little bit left over. But it wasn't too bad, like I said. I mean, like I said, I'm always happy to take the exotics. In fact, I think this is the one that opened it up to where I can get the last, I think it was the chicken. It was the last one I was waiting on to be able to get my roosters and chickens going so I can get eggs. But, and then of course, I think in the next video there, I'll probably make some cakes and some higher grade food and stuff like that, I think. Either that or be the one after, I don't know. But at the end of the day, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you on the next one, alright? Peace out.